All right, let's jump right into one of the biggest questions out there. Who are you? But to really get at that, we kind of have to look back and ask, who were you?
Seriously, take a second. Think back 10 years. The way you thought, the things you cared about, even your body itself. Is that person the same one listening to me right now? It's not just a yes or no question, right? It's this deep puzzle philosophers have wrestled with for ages. And today, we're going to use a really cool ancient thought experiment to try and figure it out.
Okay, so to get started on this whole mystery of you, we actually need to go way back in time. We're going to talk about a legendary Greek hero and his ship.
So here it is, the famous Ship of Theseus. The story goes that after all his epic adventures, Theseus' ship was kept in a harbor, kind of like a museum piece. But, well, wood rots, right? So as the years went by, the planks started to decay. To keep it looking perfect, they replaced every single rotting plank with a brand new, identical one.
And this is where it gets tricky. This is the core of the paradox. Imagine, after a long time, every single original piece of wood is gone. It's all been replaced. So, is that ship in the harbor still the Ship of Theseus? Or is it a totally new ship that just looks the same?
Just picture it, right? One plank gets swapped out, then another, and another, until the whole thing is made of completely new material. It looks the same, the shape is there, but the actual stuff it's made of is different. So that makes you wonder, what makes something itself? Is it the bits and pieces, or is it the overall design?
Okay, now here's where this old philosophical puzzle gets really personal. We're going to take this idea of an old wooden ship and apply it directly to you. Why? Because that exact same process, that slow piece-by-piece replacement that happened to the ship, it's happening inside your body. Literally, right this second.
Think about it. Our cells are constantly dying off and being replaced. Your body is basically under constant construction. And when you look at the timelines for how fast this happens, honestly, it's pretty mind-blowing. Get this, just 5 days. That's all it takes for your body to build a completely new stomach lining. Yeah, the stomach you had last week, it's literally gone. You have a new one now.
Okay, let's zoom out a bit. Over about 10 years, your entire skeleton gets replaced. The bones holding you up right now are not the same bones that were there a decade ago. How wild is that?
And maybe the most surprising one of all, your heart. The thing we think of as the center of our being, even that renews itself over about 20 years. So physically speaking, you are quite literally not the same person you used to be.
Now, of course, it's not a total wipe. Not everything changes. While your stomach, your skeleton, your liver, they're all constantly in flux. But some parts are in it for the long haul. Most of your brain cells, for example, and the lenses in your eyes, they're with you for life. Kind of like permanent passengers on this ship of you. So this brings us right back to that big question. If we're always changing, is there like a specific moment? A tipping point where the old you is gone and the new you takes over?
Let's go back to the ship for a second. When you ask people this question, when does it stop being the same ship? You get a ton of different answers. I mean, people are all over the map. There's no consensus at all.
You've got some people who say, nope, the second you replace one plank, it's a different ship. Others are like, nah, it's got to be at the halfway point. Or maybe it's only when the very last original piece is gone. And then you have people who believe it never stops being the same ship. There's just no easy answer.
Okay, so let's turn that question back on ourselves. You're not the same physical person you were as a baby. We've established that. So when did that change happen? When did you become the you that you are now?
And no surprise, just like with the ship, the answers are super personal and all over the place. For some people, it was a specific age. For others, it was a big life moment, like the first day of school. And for a lot of people, they feel like it's just been happening constantly, right from the start.
This one quote really sums it up perfectly. We're similar, but we're not the same anymore. It's that feeling, right? You can see the connection to who you were. That thread is still there, but the person you are today, yeah, it's different.
So if all our building blocks are always being swapped out, and there's no clear moment of change, then what the heck is holding our identity together? In this constant sea of change, what are our anchors?
This is really the big one, isn't it? If your body is a biological ship of Theseus, always being rebuilt, what part of you is the actual Theseus? What's the part that endures?
And when you look at the answers, it's a really fascinating mix. Some people point to physical things that don't change, like their fingerprint. Others say it's their name, that label that sticks with you. But a lot of people, they point to things you can't even see. Their personality, being an honest person, or their unique set of memories and feelings.
And that's the big idea we want to leave you with. What if your identity isn't in this stuff you're made of? Maybe the real you is the story. The ongoing story built from all your memories, your personality, your experiences. The parts are always changing, but that story, that's uniquely and continuously yours. So, what does that make you?